Hey guys, I'm Dov, and today I'm back with more Total War Warhammer 2 online action. We're here today with some more Filthy Rats, another replay from Shadow Online Gaming's recent tournament. The Rats going to be taking on the Greenskins, and we've got Zardar here versus Glorious Feeder. Should be a glorious time, certainly. And yeah, let's get straight to it. Front line of Skaven Slaves, second line of Slave Spears. We've got Plague Monks and Storm Vermin sword and board with a Censer Bearer. Assassin and Scroll leading the way with two Rat Ogres. We've got a Doom Wheel for Terror and a Hell Pit for more Terror. For the Greenskins, Durkit Squigs and Moon Howlers. We've also got Mangy Marauders here as well. A whole bunch of Skulkers and Goblins spread across the field. Spider Riders, a Ragnarok Queen, Orc Shaman. I think this is the only Orc in the army. Yeah, it's pretty much all Goblins and Spiders. We've got a Night Goblin War Boss on a Squig. A Ragnarok Queen here. Goblin Big Boss on a Wolf. Yeah, more Archers and Night Goblins spread around. These are probably Regiments of Renown? No? Looks like the Warlord's boys are over on the far side. But yeah, Skaven pushing forward. They don't really necessarily have a ranged advantage here, so they are going to need to push forward. But man, do they have a lot of numbers. And against the Goblins, it can be very interesting. We'll see. You can see the Skaven just staying nice and tight as they advance. Probably going to get full surrounded here, but they're fully accepting of this at this point. Slaves are going to run in here and clash against the Goblins in the true, Clash of Kings here. Hell Pit running forward. He's going to take quite a bit of Dock of Fire, which is not the best, but the Plague Monk Censer Bearers with their Discourage. Looks like they're also going to pull back, not wanting to take a lot of missile fire. These Plague Monks rolling up the side, though, can potentially come up and around the flank. Looks like they managed to dodge that Spiderling summon. Waaagh being popped a little bit late here as the Goblins on this flank are not able to hold. Just a massive breakthrough as the Doom Wheel terrifies units away. We've got Plague Monks pushing through, Storm Vermin, and a nice Foot of Gork going to be dropped here. This could potentially do a ton of damage to some high-value targets. Didn't actually end up doing a ton to the Storm Vermin and the Plague Monks. Did more to the Slaves. Definitely some good kills there, certainly. But the War Boss in a bit of a pickle here. Kind of isolated. These Night Goblin Archers, unfortunately, getting compromised as well. These two units of infantry, rather, need to run in and start supporting as soon as possible. But yeah, summon Plague Monks in the back line. Going to come try and get in the Rusty Airs here. Looks like they got blessed with Filth as well, so they've got poison attacks here. In the front line, the Hell Pit and the Spider duking it out. The Hell Pit will definitely get the better end of this engagement, but it looks like the Greenskins have plenty of support for the time being. Lots of Bowfire, Spider Riders, Wolf Riders. And yeah, this area is going a little bit better for the Greenskins. You can see quite a few Skaven units getting routed off here. The Plague Monks that were over here got routed. And yeah, the Censer Bearers did manage to stay alive. Looks like they pulled back. And with the Rat Ogres have been going after some of these backline harass units, which is definitely great, preventing the Skaven formation from getting rear charged, which is very key, obviously, with the low leadership. The Doom Wheel is being a terror, though. Obviously, the Warlord's boys are immune to psychology, not immune to getting run over by a giant wheel, though. And the other units not being immune to psychology does mean that they'll get terrified away pretty easily here. Ragnarok Queen suffering pretty badly, though, to the Hell Pit Abomination. And yeah, the War Boss is still relatively healthy. Plenty of Greenskin units on the return, and the Summoned Plague Monks starting to run out of steam a little bit as well. The Rat Ogres have taken quite a bit of damage, and oh man, those 8-peak loonies look like they were about to go after the Censer Bearers, which would be an ideal situation. These Night Goblins have good enough combat stats, and the fact that they're unbreakable means that they'll do quite well against the Censer Bearers, but unfortunately they did get interrupted by those Rat Ogres there. Another really nice explosion. Brain Bursta, I believe it is, in the center, doing some good damage to those Skaven, routing off a few units there. Unfortunately, the terror from the Doom Wheel, again, is just going to be a lot to deal with, and the Ragnarok Queen did come back from rout. Looks like she's going to be coming back, but her leadership isn't the best, so the terror from the Greenskin side might not stick around for too much longer. That being said, the Hell Pit Abomination is also pretty low as well. The Rat Ogres are going to try and get in here, shut down these Mangy Marauders. Will it be enough? Probably not. We'll see. Looks like they took a few shots to the face, and the War Boss just staying out, staying in front, not wanting to get caught up by the Hell Pit, obviously. But, oh man, the Queen just made a really dangerous dive here. The Hell Pit Will it take out the Arachnoid Queen right here? Oh, looks like it actually goes down, and that is a big, big loss for the Greenskins. Balance power is tipped slightly. Things are still pretty close, but the War Boss a little bit late trying to come in. Wasn't able to save the Queen in time, and does get a couple good hits here on the Hell Pit, but is going to take some good hits in return. And with the summoned Clan Rats, looks like I said they were going to... I was going to say they were going to finish them, but they didn't. The Sensor Bear is now coming up to the high ground, cleaning up some of these units in the late game. They've managed to avoid those 8 peak loonies, and yeah, with the discourage from the sensors and the terror of the Hell Pit Abomination, it's going to be really hard for all these Goblin units to hold their leadership together. Like, even the Orc Shaman himself may run into leadership issues soon, but yeah, we'll kind of get some close-ups of the Sensor Bears as they fight. We don't get to watch Sensor Bears fight super often. They do have super cool animations. They kind of swing those little flails around. Little plague flails. Super cool. But yeah, Goblins rallying on the low ground, trying to make one more push here with the Big Boss holding the leadership together. We've got the 8 peak loonies also fighting here. They did manage to get a good surround on Skrulk, but the Skaven are rallying to the cause here. Skrulk himself, of course, when he's surrounded, can just drop that nasty Rod of Corruption and just do a ton of damage to everyone surrounding him, which is exactly what he's doing right now. And that's pretty much going to be it for the Greenskins. So a nice victory for the Skaven, a nice tournament victory for the Skaven. And very well played to Zardar as well. You can see just some spiteful 8 peak loonies being unleashed in the very late game here to finish off some of those Sensor Bears. Unfortunately not going to do a whole lot, but hey, it's something, right? Very fun stuff, and yeah, well played to both players. In terms of the army breakdown here, obviously the Doom Wheel, 121 kills, and the Terror, terrifying away a lot of the low-tier goblins, very, very key. Likewise, 49 kills, 2 XP chevrons for the Hell Pit Abomination. Did a ton of damage to that Arachnoid Queen, which again, another very, very key unit. Taking out the summons before they can use all 5 just negates a lot of the value of the Arachnoid Queen. And of course, getting the Terror off the field is very key. Both the Rat Ogres got good kills, 73 and 71 kills, 101 on these Plague Monks, only 3 on these Plague Monks, but 71, 2 XP chevrons for the Sensor Bears, 75 for the Storm Vermin. Just all across the board, excellent. 84 for Lord Skrulk himself. He's just an absolute beast. And we'll see with the Skaven DLC coming out in a while, you know, what they get in terms of Lord choices, but it's going to be pretty hard to supplant Skrulk. He's cheap, he's a spellcaster, he also has really good AoE and single target damage abilities that are not tied to his Winds of Magic pool. So just in general, it's going to be really hard for any other Skaven Lords to compete for competitiveness with Lord Skrulk. Yeah, just as it is right now, there are some situations where you might want to take Queek, like against the Dwarves. There are some situations where you might want to take Tretch, if you're worried about getting gooned in particular. Tretch is a little bit more goon-proof, certainly against a faction like Bretonia. The Grey Seers you see occasionally up on the bells. The Warlord you see even more rarely, like on his Rat Ogre. But just in general, Lord Skrulk, because of that Liber Bubonicus and that Rod of Corruption, the fact that he's also a spellcaster, not only a spellcaster, but a spellcaster with 2 summon abilities, which is quite powerful, both the Vermintide and the Pestilent Birth. Very good summoning abilities. Likewise, he has Blessed with Filth, he has Wither, Pestilent Breath. Even Plague can be a decent spell in the right situation. It's only 11 Winds of Magic, which for a big area of effect damage spell isn't a lot. But yeah, Lord Skrulk just in general, he's got this aura of Pestilence as well, that -5 melee attack. Really, really nice for the Skaven because, you know, they tend to have relatively low melee defense and leadership. It can help prevent a little bit of damage from getting through. So, because of all of those things, Lord Skrulk is just probably always going to be the most competitive Skaven Lord. He's also under 2,000, even kitted out like this. So, just in terms of cost effectiveness, he's through the roof, and it's just really tough for any other Skaven Lord to match him in terms of just the sheer utility that he can bring to the table. There are a few other niche things like the dreaded 13th spell that the Grey Seers have access to. Can be nice to get a summoned unit of Storm Vermin. Like if you bring the Grey Seer Lore of Plague, then you can summon Clan Rats. Rather than summoning Plague Monks, you summon the Storm Vermin. It also does a big explosion. and which does a bunch of damage, but obviously it is more expensive than the Plague Monk Summon, quite a bit more expensive actually, so a bit of give and take there, but let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you like this sort of content, be sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification button, so every time I upload a new video, you'll be notified. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.